He was working through college on my grandpa's farm. I was thirsting for knowledge, and he had a car. I was caught somewhere between a woman and a child. One restless summer we found a love growing wild on the banks of the river near a well-beaten path. Funny how those memories, they last like strawberry wine. 17, the hot July moon saw everything. My first taste of love, no, bittersweet, like green on the vine, like strawberry wine. Fields have grown over now, years since they've seen the plow. There's nothing time hasn't touched. Was it really him or the loss of my innocence? I've been missing so much, yeah. Like strawberry wine, 17, the hot July moon saw everything. My first taste of love, oh, bittersweet, like green on the vine, like strawberry wine, strawberry wine, strawberry wine. Who doesn't love a little strawberry wine? Deanna Carter. That song. Tonight, I got my apple. I got my love potion. I got my emerald. I got my magic ball. I got my kyanite and a little garlic just to ward away the psychic vampires. Tonight we're starting with a little talk. You and I have to have a chat. The funniest thing happened to me today. This is all as crazy to me as it's going to sound. So I got approached by 3 separate people, and each of them had the same message for me, because life is essentially just a game of the tarot. That's the big secret. And they come to me, and all 3 of them went, during your YouTube show, were you talking about me? And I went, no. And I went, well, what's your sign? And all 3 of them were Gemini. And in that moment, I got a little spooked. And here's why. They all thought that I was talking about them specifically. And when I do my readings, I channel no one specifically. I channel the sign. So I'm thinking of the element. I'm thinking of my personal. If it's personal, it's because I'm thinking about what Gemini means to me from an Aquarian view. So that's the turnaround, is that I'm thinking, okay, Gemini, air, the twins, all the archetypal imagery. But I'm not thinking of like actual specific person or anyone's specific storyline. So I thought it was really funny that all 3 of them were Gemini, but I actually thought it was spooky because A, I don't really care if they think I was thinking about them. I know I'm not. And B, I went, what am I really tapping into? It started because I can't bring doubt to the table when I do these cards. I just have to bring my love of puzzles and my love of stories and my love of love. But I can't bring doubt. So, but I'm human, so every so often that little seed of doubt's like, what is really going on here? What is the tarot? And is it just a way to have the conversation? Because ultimately that's what I think. It's just a way to bring up the images. And doing theater my whole life, I have an ability to tap into stories and characters. We're all characters. So it's a little Shakespearean, the view, but when I don't go third person omniscient and I drop in, I'm not channeling any one person. I'm just channeling all Geminis. So I must be tapping into something, and spooked or not, we have some readings to do tonight. So here we go. We're going Aries, right into Aries. There is something extra fiery about Aries. The weather's been so nice. The sun is out here in Seattle, and I'm feeling like Aries, you're blooming. That's just my feeling. Let's see if the cards corroborate that feeling. So we've got Aries, fire, war. There's a lot of war, but war doesn't always have to mean negative. You can be going to war for a good cause. You can be loving war. It's all the same. The Page of Rods, the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Immediate two messengers coming at you, Aries. Pay attention and pay attention. Two different kinds of messages. So here we go. Aries, the Hierophant. There's an alliance you want. There's something about this person, your mate, or this, if you're single, this person that you want, that you really want to form this bond with. You've been thinking about them for a while. The Page of Rods. In the first position, certainly a message. Faithful lover. The person that you're going after, you're wanting to make a monogamous partner. If you're already in a relationship, you're feeling pretty good. So far, there's a goodness. Seven of Pentacles. There's success here. Pentacles in a love reading, I get a little hesitant about what's the success. Is everything great on paper? Eight of Pentacles. It's going to take some work. My first thought, Aries, is there's an infinity loop. Here's why. Really important message. Form this alliance. You have to work for it. Page of Rods is saying there's a faithfulness here. You're feeling good about this person. Seven of Pentacles is saying there is success in terms of how it seems, but if you want to really connect on the soul level, Aries, this Eight of Pentacles in the result position, you've got to work. You've got to work for it. Eight of Pentacles is saying work for the alliance, and that to me is the infinity loop. Clarifying card for Aries. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. This comes to me as a small warning that your material possessions, in other words, how this is on paper, how this relationship seems, it's going to be thwarted a little bit. You have to be careful because you're going to lose someone or something if you don't put the work in. What does the work mean? Relax. It can mean relax. It can mean find the joy. Go simple. Don't work. For me, the work is don't work so hard at getting things perfect on paper. It's nice if you want to have a date night. It's nice if you want to set it all up. But if you burn the roast and, they didn't have the organic turkey, it's okay. I think you can still make it work if it's not like perfectly pristine. What anxieties are you carrying into this relationship? Second clarifying card, the King of Pentacles. You got 4 different pentacles in this reading. Strong and affectionate partner, conviction. It's certainly the person worth fighting for. But it looks like it's going to be a fight. And again, contradiction in terms. The fight could be don't fight. The work could be don't work. Relax into this relationship. That's how that feels, Aries. Because you're so warlike at all times. I think perhaps knowing that helps me with that twist of don't push it, Aries. Virgo. Switching the brain. It's like tuning. It's like tuning to a different station. In fact, that's exactly what it is. I'm tuning to Virgo. It would not be fair of Virgo to carry anything but Virgo into this reading. Virgo. Page of Cups. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse. The Magician. Alchemy. So you're feeling a sense of overarching theme. You can take your idea and make it real. You can make it real in the 3D physical world. That's the magic. It's kind of magic just being here. And Virgos always have a touch of that. There are times where I feel like if the alien ship landed, Virgos would be like, Yeah, so like you'd have such a nonchalance at this huge thing that would stun most people. Virgos are just like, uh-huh, what's the next thing I do, okay? Which I love. Self-confidence. That's another thing coming up for me with this magician, followed by the Page of Cups. Page of Cups, which leads me right into thoughtful, artistic. Your person is the person. There's such a thoughtfulness here. I'm also feeling there's new ideas happening in you. Perfect combination between you can take the new ideas and they can become 3D reality. But the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is coming at you, letting you know, are you greedy? Are you taking these new ideas about your lover, your twin flame, your person, and you're saying, oh, I'm out ahead of this, so I can twist this to my advantage? That's some bad karma. You're going to get some instant karma on your ass. You're going to drop the groceries. You're going to get the flat tire. That's what this feels like right now, is you're so on the top of your game. Things are so new and fresh for you that you have to be careful not to this Eight of Pentacles in reverse to really use this new idea for greedy wealth. It just feels very, be careful, because if not, the King of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, the King of Pentacles in reverse. Just corruptness, tendency toward drunkenness, unfaithfulness, and perverseness. So this reading to me, Virgo, is an omen. It's saying you have everything on your side. Don't dip it to the dark side. Calm your anxieties. Let's get a clarifying card. Perhaps a little positivity would be nice. King of Cups. Ask and ye shall receive. The King of Cups. I'm feeling very, well, what does he represent? Business, law. But to me, not strict law, just that you follow your emotional law and you don't try to manipulate yourself. You don't try to manipulate somebody else. Take this law that you're getting. Consideration is a better word than law. Generosity, a warmth, responsibility. It's saying don't fuck it up, because you have everything on your side right now, Virgo. Use it for warmth and generosity. Don't use it for greed and anxiety purposes. Oh, what am I going to do? What do I do? Relax and trust that things are always working out. Things are always working out. That's good. I feel so in the vortex right now, y'all. Switching channels to Aquarius. And you know what's interesting is I have to be so careful with Aquarius, being in Aquarius. I have to be so like blank, 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 blank. And of course, now I'm hyper aware of it, which is not good for an Aquarius. But let's see what the cards hold for my Aquarians. The Lovers. The Nine of Swords in reverse. The Knight of Rods in reverse. And Justice. This is a really important reading. I'm getting an importance here. Two major arcana to start, and I feel to start, I'm going very British tonight, two major arcana to start. And there is, I'm not going to, justice, a feeling of balance and proportion, and there's a feeling of being held accountable for your actions. So I wonder why you're wondering about, are you going to be accountable for your actions? Well, the Lovers is the first card that comes up, and that doesn't really need a ton of definition. It just feels like the Lovers can mean a conflict. When the Lovers comes up, that doesn't necessarily mean happy, healthy home, loving energy. The Lovers can be, that's the area of focus here. The Lovers is saying, yes, there's beauty. Yes, there's inner harmony within you, but more of a, what are you going to do about this conflict? Because you know what? Let's be real. You wouldn't be consulting the tarot or this video if you weren't thinking something that you wanted some clarity on. It's great when the reading is like, everything's great. Thanks for checking in. You can rest easy. But something's not easy, or you wouldn't be checking in. The Lovers, the Nine of Swords in reverse in the middle position. And this is fascinating. I'm getting, there's shame. You want to be responsible, and you're an Aquarian, so you definitely want to get what you want. But the Lovers is on your mind, twin flame, and the Nine of Swords in reverse. Shame. Such a strong shame comes up in me. Suspicion. Perhaps uncertainty. Perhaps I think I'm doing everything right. and I want to follow through with this love situation, but are you in a relationship already? Are you needing a breakup? Are you not wanting to cheat? What's happening here that you'd feel shame? What have you done, Aquarius? Knight of Rods in reverse. There's such a conflict within your emotions right now. That's the shame. It had to be worked backwards. Clarifying card, right to it. The Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm getting is you're living a kind of surface existence, that everything's okay. That to me is the correlation between Justice and the Seven of Pentacles. Things are okay on paper, and you want to be responsible and feel balanced, but you can't get this twin flame off your mind. I'm surprised the moon hasn't shown up. We're gonna sneak a peek at the second clarifying card. If this is the moon, I'm about to jump off this bench. It's not the moon. Okay. Page of Swords. Message. Watchfulness, spying, examination. Who's snooping on who? Because things are not going so well at home. So there's some spying going on. Are you spying on this lover you want? Are you spying on the lover you're with? What's happening? Spy, a knight on his head, the lovers. We're going third clarifying card. Third. The Knight of Swords in reverse. Two knights now. The Knight of Swords in reverse. So there's an indiscretion here in your heart because it's like 3 tiers removed in the clarifying. What I'm getting is the indiscretion is within your own emotions. There's something really foolish, extravagant within you about an action you want to take, but Justice as the overarching theme is like you are desperately trying to stay focused despite the lovers and the kooky, crazy stuff going on. I'm guessing you don't want to cheat. I'm guessing you want to do this right. So do it right. Do it right. You don't need to accrue the karma. Don't accrue the karma. You know, cheating, they say, is a symptom of the real problem, not the actual problem, but it certainly complicates things once it's happened. So, I don't know, it adds an extra layer you'd have to fight through, Aquarius. Why add that extra layer? You're already an Aquarius. You already think way too much about everything through nature. We're flipping over to Scorpio. Scorpio. Life is a song. You came along with the Magician in reverse. The Star. The Seven of Swords. And the Ace of Pentacles. Here we go. Complete contentment, bliss, ecstasy. Ecstasy. You ever see Summer Heights High? Oh my God, they write a musical about a girl who's on ecstasy. It's the greatest thing. Anyway, the Ace of Pentacles as your overarching theme, you'd think the words complete contentment, bliss, and ecstasy would be a good thing, but pentacles in a love reading means it's complete contentment, bliss on paper. The Magician in reverse, you're using your dark magic. Yeah, you've got it on paper, but you're casting some spells, you're casting some Wicca, you're going back to middle school and you're getting a lock of their hair. You're doing some crazy spell casting for dark purposes, probably within you, and I'm sure because you're a Scorpio, it's affecting everyone around you. You're powerful. So let's see, the Star. You've glimpsed the transcendent way of life. You know it's bad juju. You know it's no bueno what you're doing right now, Scorpio. You know it, which leads to the Seven of Swords in the result position. There's so many plans and hopes, but with this accompanying failure in addition to your plan. So it's like you're carrying out a plan, but you're also carrying out a potential future of it failing while you're trying to plan it. So you're thwarting yourself because it's just a faux surface level existence. Clarifying card, Scorpio. The Devil in reverse. You know I love the Devil in reverse. It means that you can get at the spiritual side of it. You're out ahead of the devil enough. You've turned him on his head for you to be like, "Oh, I can beat this. I can get out ahead of this. I can choose heart. I don't need to choose logic. I don't need to choose on paper. I can get out ahead of this." And there's a tendency to vacillate between, look at the magician in reverse. It's like literally do 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 do, stop and choose your lover. It's just second clarifying card, just because I'm feeling that kind of way. 8 of Rods. Ooh, you have the right momentum toward the desired end. Great expectations. You are Pip, and you have this private benefactor in your love, in your real heart twin flame love, and you're not choosing heart twin flame. You're choosing paper because it's just, you've resigned yourself, but you keep flip-flopping in the heart. That's the part here. It's the heart that's flip-flopping. I feel like the tarot is the heart. There's another big secret revealed. The tarot is your heart, not your mind. Yeah. What do you do, Scorpio? 8 of Rods. The arrows of love, they're coming right at you. I feel very like you built this wall around you. Scorpio. No. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, fire, such a different kind of fire. Sagittarius loves co-creating. So does Aries. Hi, Trevor. Hi, Nature Child Guidance. What are your signs? I feel like Sagittarius is the candle. You are lumiere. There's such an elegance to you. There's such a beautiful... Ooh, it's your time, Nature Child. What's going on for my... I shouldn't call you saggy sages. That's really rude. For my sages. For my sages. 4 of Pentacles. The Magician. The 9 of Rods. And the Queen of Rods. Look at that warmth. Look at that wreath. Look at that face. She's giving you no emotional expression, and yet you still feel comforted. You still feel like things are going to be okay because mom's going to take care of this. So let's break this down. The Queen of Rods, I'm really getting that warmth. You're feeling overarching. There's a devotion. There's a loyalty to this love. If you're single, you feel when you're around them, you feel this warmth toward them. If you're already with them, it's just reinforcing. I think you're with the right person because you're feeling good about you in their presence. That's just me thinking about how I define love. You like you better around them. So we've got this, there's going to be a success here, but what's the success? Because the 4 of Pentacles is saying that you've got all the material things you need. And you are also reflecting on your material world. You're saying, I feel warmth, but I want to make sure that this isn't just a surface paper relationship. What is it about them that you're doubting? What is it about this lover, this relationship you're doubting? Well, the Magician comes at you in the second position, basically saying that you can use your alchemy to maintain this warmth. It sounds like if you're already feeling warm, you don't need him in the first position. The second position is a really good sign because you've got self-confidence. So the only little hiccup I'm feeling here is you're like, what's fake about this? Well, let's see the end. 9 of Rods. The 9 of Rods is coming at you, letting you know your inner strength will be crystallized by this opposition. The opposition I'm feeling is whatever money matters are getting in your way. Is it literal? Pentacle, coin, money matters interrupting what would otherwise be a warm, healthy relationship? If it's not money and if it's more metaphorical, it's more you're thinking, what's faux about this relationship? Ooh, yes, I'm glad. Was that yes to money, Nature Child? Because let's get you a clarifying card. The Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. Who's snooping on what? Are you really extra about bank accounts? Are you really extra about every dime? Are you adding anxiety to the money aspect of this relationship and it's getting in the way of the relationship? But for you, I feel like Maybe I'm projecting because I don't know, but maybe they're okay. But you're the one bringing all of this anxiety. Second clarifying card, because you're spying right now, Sagittarius. The Hanged Man. Yeah, it's you. You feel so alone in this money matter. That's really interesting. So if you feel so, it's coming to me. You have a choice between social and heart. This is what we have to do to be a successful relationship. We have to have this and this security and this money and this job. My guess is you can calm down, Sagittarius. Things are gonna work out for you financially. You're the one adding the extra anxiety. You don't need to. It's just reflecting back to you that you feel so alone on this path, but that's correct. I know that sounds kind of shitty. It's correct because you're on your way to spirituality, intuition. So then I've got something. So what is this self-sacrifice? I'm getting a strong self-sacrifice here. Whew. Thanks, Nature Child. I'm glad this is resonating because I feel so strong about this. I don't think you need to sacrifice your own emotions anymore over the anxiety of the fact that they're the breadwinner. I think that you can say, you bring emotional currency to the relationship. I'm sure they do too, and maybe they're the ones bringing the actual currency to the relationship, so you're feeling guilty and shameful and you're not carrying your weight. Let me tell you, Sagittarius, you are carrying your weight. You're bringing love and warmth. Otherwise, the Queen of Rods would not be your overarching theme. You're a warm person. Ooh, you can let that go. In fact, I'll let it go with you. Invest in an emerald. Emeralds are great. Emeralds are a really great stone for this. Taurus. Just like that. You flip the brain, you tune to a new station. The station is Taurus. The Magician. A lot of magic tonight. I love that card. It's so great. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles and the 9 of Rods. Whoa. Okay, talk about, I think I'm seeing a pattern here. Oh, thanks, Nature Child. I do. It's Leo Rising. Leorising. It's PayPal. That's really nice. Thank you for asking. Well, it's on some of my other videos. It's on, like, if you click on something else, it'll say, if you liked what you heard, I'm very grateful. Thank you, Nature Child. The 9 of Rods. Your inner strength, Taurus, will be crystal. You see my horn just came out? Channeling. Inner strength will be crystallized by this opposition. There is, what are you struggling with? Let's figure it out, because the first card, you have what it takes, your inner alchemy. You can get through this opposition, whatever it happens to be. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Mediocrity, immaturity, pettiness. There's something in this relationship that is just like, I'm feeling bratty right now. I'm channeling my inner brat. And it's very like, Ace of Pentacles. Things are going to work out for you. It's funny tonight, I'm feeling very pentacly, but also in relation to love, I'm feeling like it could be a little bit more hyper-specific to actual money matters getting in the way of the love. That seems to be an overarching theme. So the Ace of Pentacles in the result position, I'm really feeling, Taurus, that you're going to get the contentment, the bliss, the ecstasy, the wealth, the finances. So if there's an opposition, it's saying you've got what it takes to get through it, but you're being petty. Something about this is petty. And Ace of Pentacles. So let's get you a clarifying card right away, because it's like I'm bouncing between negative, positive, negative, positive. Ace of Swords. There's such an extreme here. Triumph. There's going to be a triumph of this love. if you can let go of this petty thing you're doing. What is it that you're doing? Second clarifying card. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Really interesting. Corruptness, tendency toward drunkenness. Put down the bottle, go to an AA meeting, but how could we find that metaphorically? Unfaithfulness. Taurus, are you stepping out and like you're feeling some guilt? I don't get a strong feeling that you're stepping out, but what is the unfaithfulness? Are you not faithful to money? Are you not handling money matters well? Are you not paying attention to how you're spending? And so there's an inner anxiety over it's affecting the love. If you're single, I'm getting a kind of like datey, they're picking expensive places and you feel like you can't compete because it's too expensive. At any rate, Taurus, have the chat. Have the chat because everything else about this is good. You're feeling extreme triumph, love. You have the alchemy to change it. And all the messages that are coming through are, you will beat this. But you got to let it go. Taurus, sometimes I got to stop translating and I just got to look at you and say, let it go. Because this is okay. This is okay. It's going to be okay. Libra. Air. We've gone from earth to air. It's so funny to me when you compare the signs because fire and water, Leo rising at Gmail. Let me see if I can find that link. That would be good to have. How do I get through a night without you? If I had to live, I love that song. Leanne Rhymes. What kind of life would that be? Oh, it is. Oh, great. Thanks. So, okay, let's start from here. What was my brain saying? Libra. I feel air. We just left Taurus. Typical Aquarian moment. Air and earth. Air, it takes a lot for air to get at earth. You can't really, after thousands of years, you can erode it. Think of fire and water. They create steam. It can be a really tough combination, fire and water. Air and earth, not steam, but like immovable force meets unstoppable object. That's air. It just goes. You can't stop it, but you can't move the earth. And so when I'm working with earth, I find often I have to be like using my full power, and sometimes even then it doesn't land because earth has to come to terms in their own way. Hard to sway earth. It's hard to sway earth. Fire and water are more likely, in my experience, to take in, okay, I hear that. Earth will hear it, but they're still going to do them more than any other element. So Libra, all that to say, what's going on for you? I know it's an interesting energy when all of a sudden the shuffle is like clunky. So I've been in the zone. I've been feeling good on my shuffle. And then all of a sudden I mention Libra and it's like, let's take that as a sign. But no, I'm going to put all the positive vibes I can in. Oh my God. The Wheel of Fortune. Strength in reverse. The Tower. Libra, let's pray. Justice. Another 4 major arcana reading. Something goes through me like that game at the carnival when you hit the hammer and it goes all the way through. It's like, I just feel like I was a pinball machine. 4 major arcana. This is some serious messaging. So listen up and let me go into this translation. Justice. Balance. You want nothing more than this proportion in your life. You're so held accountable for your actions, more so than the other sign that got justice as their overarching theme, because you have 3 major arcana. in your reading, and one as your overarching theme. You're reeling the Wheel of Fortune. Think of it like a video game, and the fact that they're all major arcana, they all get triple boosted. It's like even more so. Brrr, wheel, 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 wheel. Wheel of morality. Spin, spin, spin. Turn, turn, turn. What is the lesson that you shall learn? Strength in reverse. Oh my God. Weak. It just literally means weakness. It's just so clearly the opposite. But more than that, loss of honor. Loss of personal honor. What's happening in your world, Libra? Oh my God. The Tower. This is what's happening in your world. Unforeseen catastrophe. Disruption of your style of life or thinking, which may be followed by enlightenment. Here's what I'm thinking. There are absolutely no mistakes. And let's not go into the victim mentality on this. Let's not go into poor me. Let's say, yes, you're completely out of balance, and what you want more than anything is balance. Yes, your wheel is spinning incessantly, and it's built so much momentum you can't even stop it. Yes, you feel weak during the process, so wouldn't the next logical step be something like a catastrophe, a tower on fire, to get your attention? What's interesting here is that, let's clarify this immediately, and then we'll work it backwards. The Ace of Rods in reverse. It's a shallow existence, decadence, and spiritual ruin. There's been a kookiness. I think yesterday or the day before, there was some up in you. There was some real, like you were finding your strength. It was being crystallized by you dealing with the opposition. But you're on a down again. You're on a completely bipolar downward spiral from where you had achieved. You're not wrong. This is not a judgment. Let's see what you do. It takes something extreme to get the body's attention sometime. You've built so much momentum. It's almost like there is, what's the metaphor I love? You're in San Francisco. There's a car on top of the hill. You're on the bottom of the hill. The car gets pushed. It's so fast on the way down, it's going to crash into you. What do? You can't stop it. But when the car's starting to go down, if you were to run up the hill and like stop it, you would prevent the big car crash. I don't like saying this, but I have to be honest about the cards. There's going to be a metaphorical car crash in your life. I wonder if you're just supposed to let it crash, Libra. Just let it crash. Stop trying to pick it up. Just go through the biggest sob fest, cry like you were an infant in a crib. Because this is a love reading after all, so let's not forget that this is in relation to emotion, lover, love. Could be your love for yourself is out of whack. You are out of whack. I'm going to flip the second card over, and we're just going to see the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So it's more clarifying on what this car crash is. Deterioration of your character through the wrong attitude toward wealth. So it's you need a new attitude, the evil side of wealth. But let's not talk about wealth financially. Let's talk about emotional wealth. You've got the wrong attitude toward what it means to be on Earth at this time in October 2018. You're coming at Earth from like, I have to do this and that and this, and I've been kooky and fuck you. And you know what? Guess what else I'm doing? Whatever the fuck I want, because this is what you do. Well, when you go to sleep at night and you've got you in your bed, are you thinking, that was worth it? Or are you thinking, this is a fucking car crash? Oh my God, I just channeled Libra. If you are going through this, I think it's time for you to start dealing with your emotions. Oh my goodness gracious, that was intense. It's Jasmine and Rose and a little love. Padma. A little Padma love potion, because Libra, I can't get low enough to help you. You have to help you. I'm just the messenger. Cancer. Water. I'm feeling like I'm going to take my little Aquarian self and I'm going to climb in that whirlpool with my Cancer, and I'm going to like swim around with you, even though I'm air. I'm going to like help you swim around, and we're going to make waves and have some fun. Because I want some fun. I don't think I've seen a Cancer in a while. I definitely need to. It calms me down. I feel better about my existence. Something about that sign. You hold a frequency. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Devil. The Nine of Rods. The Hierophant. I'm seeing a theme. So already overarching theme. Darkness, but generosity. That's good. Perceptive, devoted. There's so much opulence and security that you carry. And maybe perhaps you are feeling this in relation to the relationship. You're feeling like things are okay, things are going to be good. But the Hierophant comes at you. I'm holding the Hierophant, but I'm talking about Queen of Pentacles. Not in reverse. In reverse. Having an Aquarian moment. Having an Aquarian moment. In reverse. Whoa, I think I'm still reeling from that Libra reading. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Strike that, reverse it. Cancer, we're starting over. Same cards. I'm back in the vortex now. Anxiety. Mistrust. So the Hierophant comes at you saying, pay very special attention to this. There's a key here that you need. Whew. The Devil. Lack of essential humanity. Man, that's a strong phrase, isn't it? Emphasis on material things to the detriment of others. Cancers, we got you focusing on the material 3D world. The good news is, final outcome, your inner strength will be crystalled by this opposition. But man, the Devil? The Hierophant, you need two huge messengers saying, this is, you know what this is? This is literally Gandalf and the other one. Where they're like, you shall not pass. And the Devil's like, oh yeah, bitch, I'm going to pass. And he's like, no, you shall not pass. But they're at an impasse. No one's passing. Right to a clarifying card. Strength. 3 major arcana. Strength. Cancers, use that shell. Use that thing that you have so well when you're feeling anxious and you're crabby. Go into your courage, your magnanimity. Go into your persistence, your patience, your spiritual power. You can offset this bad luck. Because what I'm getting is Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, anxiety, suspicion, because of this Devil, this, what? This isn't your person. I have to stay tethered to the love reading that we're doing. And why are you fighting so hard for this? You don't want to let go. Cancers can't let go. Cancers are like, but I'm new. I'm in the spiritual phase of the zodiac, and I'm new to this game as a human in a human body. And I found someone, and I found something, so I'm just going to latch on because that's the one. Find your courage. Courage even more than strength. Let them go, Cancer. It's killing you. I go on a rampage, I talk a lot, and then it just comes to me. It's not your person. That is unfortunate. You have my empathy. That is unfortunate, but next. Leo. Leo, like from the producers, Leo Bloom. I don't think Leo Bloom was a Leo. Not a chance. I think he was like a... What was he? He was probably a Cancer. It's fun to think about characters and what their signs might be. Like, what's Mickey Mouse? What sign is Mickey Mouse? Mickey's probably a Leo. That would make perfect sense. He's like the star. I think Betty Boop was a Virgo. Okay, anyway. The Knight of Cups in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles. The Hanged Man. And the Six of Cups. Okay, so you're stuck in nostalgia, Leo. For better or for worse, it comes up. The more you try to put your mind on something else, the more these flowers are blooming from your past. And look at them. It looks like they're looking at the bouquet of flowers, but I always think they're looking at the floor. They're not seeing the flowers. They're not looking at the flowers from my perspective. They're not paying attention. So, okay, we've got, you're stuck in nostalgia. How do we get you out of it? The Knight of Cups in reverse. You need to examine all your propositions. I'm seeing you you're either seducing a lot or you're being seduced. There's a vampirism here of the emotions. Queen of Pentacles. Let's get to the bottom of this vampirism. Just pulled my skin off my face. Queen of Pentacles. This we go. Upright. Dark woman. Generous. Perceptive spirit who is devoted. The reading I'm getting is that you're attempting to seduce someone or something, but the result position of the Hanged Man really is interesting. This was a little red herring for me. You're stuck between choosing social order and emotional authenticity. And this has been a theme for you a lot, Leo. Why are you trapped in the past? What can't you let go of? That you're like, you know what? Let me just seduce my way through life. Because what will happen is I'll find I'll find the warmth, I'll find the darkness, I'll find I'll find this person who is opulent, who is shiny, who is dark and sensual. But you still feel alone at the end of the day because you're really trapped somewhere else. You're not in the present moment, despite what you might think, according to this. So let's go right clarifying card. The Four of Pentacles. You have such an ability to make your life work in the material world. To me, there's a combination between the seducer, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and what's going on with the Four of Pentacles. 3D, brain, not heart. What do you do? Second clarifying card. Okay, so we get strength in reverse. You have to admit you're weak. It's time to stop putting up a front like you've got it figured out, is what I'm feeling from this. You don't have it figured out. Go through your own weakness. Go through your own emotional authenticity and say, you know what? I think I have to check in. Third clarifying card, Leo, because I love you. Okay, so we got the Nine of Rods in reverse. Yeah, it's just another message that there's lots of distress, adversity, obstacles that you're facing. A lot of alone, isolated feeling, trapped within your own emotions, I'm getting, Leo. It's not good for a Leo to be like that. You're a Leo. I wonder, check in on what your moon, check in on what your rising sign is. Start tapping into your subconscious. Start tapping into what's really going on here. Because you're not in alignment. And you're trapped in the past and you're seducing, or perhaps you're falling prey to being seduced. It could be both. Check in with that. Ooh, that's dark, but it didn't seem unbeatable. It just seems like you have to admit you're weak. That's hard to do. That's hard to do. Capricorn. Caps. I remember I lived in Washington, D.C. once, or like 3 separate times, and they have the Caps. It's a hockey team. And I was like, oh, it's Cap season. Or it's, I don't know. I don't know why that phrase is coming to me. Caps, Capricorn, Cappy, blank, Earth. Some animal represents you. I can't remember which one. The Tower in reverse. The Seven of Swords in reverse. The Four of Swords. Overarching theme, the Star. And this is really fascinating. So you've glimpsed a transcendent way of life. If memory serves me, you've been going through it with this twin flame. The Tower in reverse. There's a threat to your freedom. Now remember, Tower upright, pretty big message. This way, things are not that bad, but there is a tyranny. There is some kind of threat. You feel claustrophobic, excuse me. Claustrophobic. Seven of Swords in reverse. Seek counsel. Seek a friend. I'm getting a feeling that you need to let your love issue right now relax on the brain. Stop calling upon it. In fact, don't call them for a date. Maybe don't call them at all for like 3 days or something. Just because you need to, Seven of Swords in reverse, you really need to seek out someone to work your thoughts through. Last position, Four of Swords, retreat, recuperation, exile. It's time to say, you know what? Maybe it's not working out my way right now, but I'm not going to push it. I'm going to relax. Capricorns, from my experience, you can be headstrong and you can push. In fact, you definitely push. Why am I being vague about that? Capricorns push. I'm being told stop pushing your lover, stop pushing yourself through this like mini catastrophe. Don't, because you know what? You know what, Capricorns? You want to bring it up. And then you want to bring it up again because you had another thought. And then guess what? You won't let it go. And you mean well. You always have a new shift of perspective. Aquarius and Capricorn are one zodiac away from each other. I can definitely be that way. I think my Neptune's in Capricorn. I don't remember what that means. Something. Clarify this. The Sun. I'm going to take this to mean that that was the best reading I've ever given in my life, and that you actually do need to let it go, stop contacting them, stop worrying about them, focus on you, go on a meditation, go on a silent retreat, or do a staycation without texting and calling and contacting, because that is how you find this liberation. The Tower in reverse, tyranny, threat to your freedom. You want freedom? Go after the Sun. Go after your independence right now. Huh. Betty Boop is a Leo. You know what? That makes sense. But she's so sensual. I feel like a hyper Virgo from her. Maybe she's a Virgo moon with a Virgo rising. Does that make sense, Sophia? Because if so, can we agree about that? She's a Leo with double Virgo. This is... Ooh, maybe she's Scorpio moon, Virgo rising. That sounds more right. Anyway, Capricorn, I'm having an Aquarian moment, but you know, let him go. Maybe not forever, just let him go for now. Okay. Gemini. Gemini. Gemino. Gemini. Gemini. Gemini, and sometimes Y. And sometimes Y. That should be Gemini. And sometimes Y. Eight of Pentacles. Death. The Empress in reverse. The Six of Rods. There's going to be a triumphant reconciliation of both your desire and your reality. You're going to have the idea and translate it into thought and into the material world. Great news, realizing your hope. This is a really good reconciliation. But guess what? Eight of Pentacles in the first position. In the first position, bitch, it's gonna be work, okay? But that's my best share. Bitch, you gotta work, Gemini, because you have a lot of work to do. Look how many pentacles he needs to hammer into the wall. There's a lot of work if you want this reconciliation to be fruitful. All you have to do is death. Every day a little death. In the parlor, in the bed, you have to have an internal death. There needs to be a complete shift in your consciousness, a great change in your life. The Empress in reverse, because if not, Empress in reverse, result position, there's going to be an absolute waste of your emotional energy. Now, in my opinion, there's no real waste. Everything's a learning experience. But you're here to find out how you can get out ahead of it, right? That's what the tarot is. It's like, how can I get out ahead of this? Because I'm a Gemini and I want to know. So you've got, what else comes to mind? The Empress, I want to really translate this right. Empress in reverse. Disruption at home, disruption in indecision. You're not going to be decisive. You're going to waste your opportunity. You're going to miss the boat. Gemini, the boat's leaving and you're air, so you're going to helicopter in. What are you going to do? Have the death. It's not as extreme as a real death. It's just, you know what death you need to have. Let's clarify this, Gemini. The moon in reverse. Now, I can go on for days about the moon. The moon in reverse is really interesting. It's rare that I get the moon in reverse. Peace comes after this difficult period. So how does this relate to your twin flame? I'm not getting a hyper specificity. I'm getting a you know what this means. But that's not what you came for. You came to hear what I think of it so that it can cooperate with what you feel, and then you buy into the tarot. Because I really mean this reading. I mean all my readings, but this one especially I want to get right. Peace will come after this difficult period. Are you not happy, but you know you can work at it, and you know you can stop wasting your emotional resource? Or are you absolutely unhappy? You're in a difficult period that peace will come after when you do the work to have the death so that you stop wasting your resources. In other words, dump them. Get out of the relationship. Those are the two possible scenarios. Vague, right? But you've got to choose one or the other. To me, it's the vacillation that's keeping you in this moon in reverse, this difficult period, even though that's a good omen for peace coming after it. Second card, second clarifying card, the Hanged Man. You're having to choose between what will they all say if and what you fucking know is right for you. Guess what they'll all say? Whatever they're going to say anyway, because you can't control you can't control how people respond. You can only control how you respond to other people. I hope that landed, because that's one of my favorite mantras for life. You can control your response to their response. You can't control their response. Gemini. But you're going through it, and I'm trying to be empathetic, and I'm trying to feel all the feels. This apple's calling my name. Oh my God, it smells like nature. Okay, so, oh my God. Pisces, last but not least. Wow. Pisces. That is so. Pisces. Water. The Empress. The Queen of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. The Lovers. Absolutely, love is on your mind. So what's going on with this Empress? You're really feeling fertile. You're feeling fertile. Are you wanting a baby? Are you wanting... Maybe it could just be good luck and bountiful harvest, but, for those of you who are wanting a baby, that's not so bad. This is good luck omen followed by love's on your mind, which means love's got you down a little bit, which means let's figure this out. There's a good omen here in choosing the Queen of Pentacles. She's a messenger. She could represent your person. She's really saying there's generosity, there's perceptiveness here, there's devotion, magnificence, security. You chose right. You chose right. But the Four of Pentacles in the result position. You're going to have, okay, so you're possessive of material things, Pisces. You're possessive of, I'm getting a feeling that you're impressed with the material world. To be back to back with the Queen of Pentacles, two Pentacles, I don't take that lightly. You got love on your mind, but there's such devotion in the person. So what is it about the material world in the result position? Is this that everything's so good? And guess what? Money's coming your way too. I would love if that's what it meant. Why do I feel hesitant to jump right into that, Pisces? There's a legacy. There's a gift. Clarify this doubt in me. This little bit of doubt. Three of Rods in reverse. Ooh. Help offered, but not reliable. Huh, 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 huh. This is a adversity ceases. I feel like you're being told you've made your way so long following your intuition. I mean, you're a Pisces. You are tuned into something very special and unique that only you and other Pisceans understand. Again, I, in all my Aquarian ways, I'm really close. I'm the 11th around the circle. You're the 12th. You have this special tuning. You've made your way so long following you. You found the Queen of Pentacles. You found this warmth and this dark, wonderful generosity. I'm getting a feeling of don't now start going out to seek help because it's not trustworthy and it's going to fuck with your material world. It's perhaps even going to fuck with the relationship. Let's clarify second card. Yeah, the King of Rods. That's really, really good. That's really, really good. Nobility, honesty, loyalty. So many good cards surrounding the fact that there's going to be someone who pulls a stunt. I'm guessing it's going to be a stunt in the material world. But you know what? It could be an emotional stunt. Otherwise, take it to mean whoever's coming at you, they're not reliable. But it's not your person that's not reliable. It's this third party. And they don't seem like a strong force, like maybe it's an X, but they don't seem like they're going to get in there. They're just going to be a hiccup. Avoid the hiccup, Pisces. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my gosh. This is my first hour-long show. I was feeling it. I loved these readings tonight. Good, bad, all the in-between. Huh. Thanks, everybody. Got my stone. I'm going to eat my apple. I feel really good. Have a good night.